For over 25 years, I tried countless diets with the goal of just getting to a normal weight and holding it, but I always fell short. That is until 2009 when I unlocked the key to shifting my metabolism and my mindset so I could drop 80 pounds, reach a normal weight, and hold it eating 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. So, my beautiful butterflies, I think you know the time and place.
The time is now. The place is here. The wait is over. Ladies and gentlemen, take your hands off that bagel and put them together for Dr. Kathleen Nash.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to The Wait is Over. It is your girl, Dr. Kathleen Nash, and I am super excited for you guys to be here with me on the podcast today. We kind of have a fun topic to talk about that ties into a specific group of people, but then we're also going to expand on it to include people who might be trying to do a program like mine while they are observing a religious holiday or going through an experience. You could also even apply it to things like traveling or vacation, or basically pretty much anything else. But today we're going to specifically be talking about the holy month of Ramadan. So Ramadan is an event that is practiced in the Muslim religion. So if you're not familiar with it, that's fine. But during 1 month a year, the most holy month of the year, Ramadan, Muslims will actually develop a much, much higher discipline when it comes to practicing their faith. This year, Ramadan is going on from April 12th until May 12th. And the reason I'm bringing it up in the podcast is because as my program is gaining traction, not only across the country of the United States, but it's actually thanks to the invent of the internet, we're able to reach people all over the globe. And there's people everywhere that are struggling with things like stubborn weight problems or metabolic issues that are stopping them from leading their best life. And for the last couple weeks, I've had a lot of people approach me who are looking to embark on a program similar to mine, but they know that Ramadan was coming up, and now we, of course, are about 1 week into Ramadan, and they wanted to know, is a program like mine even possible during this holy month? So to give you kind of a background about Ramadan itself, there are several things that Muslims will do during the month in order to show their faith in God and also to kind of bring themselves humility. And one of the things that they have to do is fast. They actually don't eat or drink anything from dawn until sunset for the entire month of Ramadan. So the good news is for people that do practice that faith, my program is absolutely doable during this holy time of the year. So traditionally in Ramadan, you would wake up well before dawn and you would have the meal right before you would start the fast, which, forgive me if I don't say it right, but I'm going to try really hard, which is suhoor. That is the meal that they do before they're going to go into the fasting period. And then once sunset hits, they're going to do iftar, which is the meal that comes obviously after the fast. So one of the things that the tenets of the religion talks about when you're practicing Ramadan is that you're going to want to have a good hearty meal before the fast, and you're going to want to drink a lot of fluids because you're going to go through that period of time where you won't be able to eat or drink anything. The same would be true with my program. You would just modify it to accompany the program, right? So what I encourage people who practice Ramadan to do while they are doing my reduced phase of the program is the same thing. We're going to want them to drink about 1 liter of water and have a good meal that fits into the confines of their program, but is going to help keep them full and satiated and comfortable as much as possible during the fasting period. Now, one of the purposes of doing the fast is, one, to show humility before God, but also for us to experience what it's like for those people in the world who have to go without, who don't have the option of fasting, where this is just something that they have to do because of their means. So we don't necessarily want to feel incredibly comfortable during the fast, but anything that we can do to make sure that we stay committed and we practice the tenets of the religion, then of course we want to do. Right? So what I do for my clients who practice Ramadan is I make sure that the meal suhoor before they go into the fast is going to be something that keeps their hormones in a position where they can burn body fat, where their hunger hormone is turned low or off, and where they're not subjected to a lot of cravings. They also need to drink a decent amount of water before they enter the fast. Once they get into sunset, they finish with their prayers, it's time for iftar, then they're going to have a second meal, right? And then the second meal is also going to fit the confines of both the reduced phase program and the tenets of the religion of what they should be doing during Ramadan. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it brings apart a very important point, which is the importance of being able to work around life situations or obstacles that are going to come up in our daily lives that could take us away from doing a plan properly or taking good care of our health. And we really don't want to do that. Instead of saying, you know what, this is the holy month of Ramadan. I'm probably not going to do this program to take care of my health right now or this way, right? Because I have so much that I'm doing in regards to my religion that I'm just going to wait until it's easier. In my opinion, that takes away from the actual tenets of the religion itself. Like the whole purpose of Ramadan is to make you feel slightly uncomfortable and more appreciative of God's gifts and more appreciative of what others go through when they are suffering from lack. So the whole point of it is to put yourself in a position where you feel that. I can think of no better time than the holy month of Ramadan to do a program like mine, because it falls in line with the very things, the very structures of what the religion is talking about during this month. But also, an underlying message that I try to give all of my clients when it comes to the mindset of changing your lifestyle, of fixing your health, of repairing your health through nutrition, is there's never going to be a perfect time. You're never going to have the stars align and the months line up and everything fall into place so that you can very easily change your habits to bring you from a less healthy state to a more healthy state. There's always going to be something that comes up, whether it's a religious holiday, a religious experience, whether it's people coming in from out of town, whether it's extensive traveling, whether it's a medical emergency, whether it's something that happens with you or a friend or a family member or a loved one, or it's a work burden that you have to take care of or a deadline that you have to meet. There is always going to be something that is going to take you away from the perfect plan or the perfect situation in order for you to reach your goal quickly and easily. If you did get the goal quickly and easily, you wouldn't appreciate it because you didn't have to work for it. In my opinion, the harder you have to work for it, the more you appreciate it when it actually happens. It also lets you know if, for example, you are somebody that decides to do my program during Ramadan and you are successful at it, which is very, very easy to do, because I designed the program around your situation to make it easier for you so you don't have to figure it out. I figured it out for you. All you've got to do is follow it. Then you can turn around later and say, if I was able to not only show faith in my religion, follow all of the tenets and the 5 pillars of Ramadan, I was able to do all of those things on top of my daily duties, and I was successful, then there's nothing I can't do. It's actually empowering. Going through restriction, going through suffering, going through sacrifice, you find out it ends up being rewarding. If something is just handed to you, then you don't value it as much, and it's much easier to let it go. Where if you go through it at a time of sacrifice, it becomes more valuable to you. So let's say, for example, instead of saying that you were in a holy month, maybe you were just traveling, right? I hear that's another frequent one that I'll hear is, well, I'm traveling this month, so can I do it after this month is over? Or can I start the program 2 weeks from now because, it's Mother's Day and we have a big event planned for Mother's Day and I don't want to miss it, or Easter, or whatever. The problem is there's something that always comes up. There's always something around the bend that is going to get in your way to test your faith, right? There's always something there to test your faith and to see how strong you are. The more of these obstacles you're able to meet head on and overcome because you worked around an approach or a solution around the obstacle, the better you're going to be at being able not only to reach a normal weight, not only reverse your health and improve it through nutrition, but in order for you to hold it for the long term. That's the key. The secret is in the journey, right? If it's easy for you and everything goes your way, then the minute there's any obstacle later on, it's going to knock you off your game. But if you learn how to hit these obstacles right from the start and overcome them and work around them as they come up, then nothing is going to get in your way that's going to stop you or derail you or keeping you from keeping the health that you achieved. So hopefully that one answers the question on whether or not you can do this during a religious period of time. But two, you can do the program at any time. You could start the program on Christmas Day. You could start the program on Valentine's. You could start the program on Thanksgiving Day in the United States, which is a big eating holiday, or Halloween, or any day you can start it. All it takes is a little bit of dedication, a little bit of sacrifice, and thinking about the greater goal and the greater good that makes it worth the short-term sacrifice. So hopefully you guys got something out of that. I'm excited again that you guys have been here with me. If you do like the podcast and you like hearing the information, please make sure that you subscribe, because I would hate for you to miss an episode. And I will catch you guys in the next podcast. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, butterflies.
Deep, deep down in my soul,